I let her sleep through the night. I didn't sleep a wink, went to work the next day. She calls me up at 11 o'clock crying hysterically. And I said, honey, what's wrong? She says, I'm not pregnant. I said, what do you mean you're not pregnant? How do you know? She goes, I'm dying of ovarian cancer.
Because
I have every symptom. Because she went and researched.
looked up the same thing.
Yes.
Yes, I looked up the same thing the following day and, read the cancer. So that's when I thought maybe I had cancer, because you could have the bloating belly just like you are pregnant. And I didn't feel pregnant. I've had 8 children of my own. I know what it feels like to be pregnant. Once I read that, we went to the emergency room. We waited around for 5 hours in the emergency room, and Mr. Baker actually left to go get me something to eat. And when he came back, I had already found out that I was 3.5 months pregnant.
And so at that point, Mr. Baker, when you find out she is pregnant, is that a new set of worry and mistrust?
You could only imagine what was going through my mind.
Yes. I can understand why you had doubt. And I can most certainly understand why that opened up another can of worry worms for you.
I couldn't believe it myself. I just took it as that it was a total miracle from God. Because of the baby, I quit drinking. So I just took it from God that he put this baby in my stomach to save me from my drinking, and also I was taking pills.
There's another part to this, Your Honor. Our one regret was that we never had a child together. We contacted a gentleman who is the predominant specialist on vasectomy reversal in the entire nation, located in San Diego. And they sent us a package because we discussed getting a reversal so that we can have a child. And when we thought about it, we have 11 children, 5 grandchildren. Here, forget it. And we threw the package away. And then 6 months later, we regretted that we threw it away, and we ordered a second one. And then we went through the same process again, and regrettably, we threw away that second one.
And now your wife is pregnant.
You know, my attitude is very simple. It better be a miracle from God.
And you were in your 40s.
Yeah, 45. So, and because of everything, and he doubted it, we at least took 20 ultrasounds. We went and had 20 ultrasounds of the 3D, 4D to see what the baby looked like, to see if it looked like him.
And it must be hard to really wrap your head around the fact that your husband's 49, that already,
Yeah.
as men age, their sperm count dwindles as well. It's not just women.
That's true.
Ms. Baker, based upon what you've heard, Dr. Gator explained to us today, how are you feeling now?
I just believe that the Lord, had this happen.
And so you are hanging your hat on the 1.5 because you truly believe this is your husband's child.
Yes, I do.
And Mr. Baker, your contention is, if in fact this child is not your biological child, you are going to leave the relationship.
Your Honor, how could you trust? Well, I blanked out. I didn't know. I mean, how could you trust? I don't mean to sound cold. I love my son. I love him with all my heart. Your wife's drowning, your son's drowning, and you're right there, and you want to save them both, but you can't save them both. I mean, it's an impossible decision. I mean, like I said, Your Honor, today there's a lot at stake here. Not just for me. I mean, that little boy who loves Daddy.
Exactly.
Our children, devastating. I mean, we have a blended family that people only dream of because our children love each other and they're best friends and they support each other. I mean, you're talking about a devastating end result if this comes back anything other than a miracle from God.
I, in my heart of hearts, believe it is Mr. Baker's. I do not recall any other guy doing anything to me while I had drank. There's no recollection. This man is the love of my life, And I would be devastated if that son came out not his.
Mr. Baker, you are the father. You know, this is a courtroom where very special things happen, right, bro? But this, I must say,
It's just been a very tough road. And we've had to rebuild walls that were broken down and help restore lives that were destroyed because of actions that we made. But I wouldn't trade the relationship with the love of my life, and I thank God for his blessings. And
Miss Baker, I have to say, there was one thing you said in your testimony is you felt like maybe this baby was a gift from God because as soon as you found out you were pregnant, you stopped drinking.
Yes.
And you've been sober.
Yes.
Stay on that path. And we know it's not an easy one, but you can do it. And now you have even more reason.
Yeah. Now we got to be careful for baby number 2.
Well, I was about to say, you know, with that said, court is adjourned.